Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel if you've been here before, and hello if you're new. Today I'm just going to be doing a what's on my iPhone video, and then a little later on in the video I'll show you like how I edit my Instagram photos. Sorry if the lighting in this video is going like in and out. It's like 10 after 4, so the sun's kind of like doing its thing. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. I'm posting a ton like every day or every other day in April. So subscribe if you're new because there's gonna be lots of content coming. I'm very excited. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up because that really helps out my channel. That's it. So let's just get right into it. I guess you can like see the reflection of my phone. I guess we'll start with the case that I have on. I hope I don't blind you with the reflection. But I have a case from Casetify. It's like a little bit reflective. You can like kind of see. But it's a Casetify case that I got a few weeks ago when I just recently got this phone. And I wanted like a really protective case because usually I just get like a cheapo case off Amazon. And you know, it like works for $10. But I really wanted to get like a good case because this is like a good phone. So I got this Casetify one. It has my name on it. It's one of the ones that you can customize. This is the iPhone X. It's just like the regular size iPhone. It's not like the Max or anything like that. Oh, I'm like at 20% battery. Should probably plug it in. I guess we'll start with my home screen. So the background that I have is from the Gals on the Go podcast Instagram. They like design like backgrounds and wallpapers for your phone sometimes, and I really like this one. It says, "Don't feel guilty doing what's best for you." Love it. So on my front page I have my calendar, my weather app, and my mail. I know I have 9,000 emails. You don't have to tell me. So many of them are just like emails I don't need to open, so I just never do, and then they just like build up. But the notifications like doesn't really bother me. Comment below if you're someone that gets really bothered by like a ton of notifications, or like when all the notifications are like at the top of the app and you can like see it. Obviously I'm not bothered by it. But next to that I have my settings, my maps, my clock, and then in this folder I just have a bunch of random stuff that I really don't use. So like calculator I'll use sometimes, but like I won't go into the app to use it. I'll just do like the little swipe from the top of the screen and click on that. I'll use the watch app and the wallet app sometimes too. The app store that I'll use sometimes, obviously you still have notifications in that. I'll use the notes app sometimes. I do use FaceTime, but again I don't use like go into the app for it. I have contacts and podcasts that I really don't use either. Oh, and then down here I guess I'll talk about those apps. I have like my phone app and then my Spotify that I use a lot, so that's why it's down there. Messages that I use a lot, and then Safari. Those are all down there because I use them more frequently, so I can just easily click on them. Here's where the fun happens, I guess, on my second page. So the first like set of apps that I have is my money apps. So this one, the virtual wallet, is PNC. I used to have a PNC account that was more active when I was in school, but I really don't use it anymore. My Huntington app, Venmo, and Credit Karma. So those are all my money related apps. The next one is just like random stuff. I have Bitmoji, Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I have this app called Skyview. You can like, I'm sure you probably heard, but you can like hold it up to like the sky and like see where the constellations are. It's kind of cool at night if you're like looking at stars and you want to know like exactly what star that is or like what constellation that is. Then I have Zoom. I used Zoom for the first time the other day, so, and I just have like a random files app. This is my photos app. So the Perfect 365 is like an editing app that I use to just like sometimes if a photo is like too dark on my face, I'll just like brighten my face or like whiten my teeth or something like that. So then I have my photos, my camera, Visco obviously for editing, Facetune I use to also brighten photos, they have like a whitening tool that you can like use to like whiten your teeth too, but like sometimes if a photo is just too dark, I like go over the entire photo with the whitening tool. Fonto I use for my video editing sometimes and for making my thumbnails. I also use Canva for editing thumbnails. Planoly, here, we'll go in here. But that's an app that you can just kind of like plan your Instagram feed out if you so choose to have like a color scheme or aesthetic, if you will. You can kind of like see how the pictures look next to each other, and you can plan like schedule uploads or schedule posts from the app if you want. And then Unfold is an app I use for Instagram stories. The next set is my shopping app. So I have Starbucks, Amazon. Perksy is like an app that you can use and like take surveys on and like get free like credits or rewards or something like that. I know some of those are like kind of scammy and schemy sometimes, but and it takes a while for you to like actually build up rewards worth anything. But I did do it for like 6, 7, 8 months or something like that. Just like answered random little surveys whenever they came out, and they sent me a $25 Amazon gift card. I have Lyft in here. I have Ulta Beauty, I have Poshmark, and I have a Nasty Gal app. This next set is called my like daily folder. I just have like my activity, my like for my Apple Watch. I have CoStar, which is like a horoscope app. It's like one of the best ones I've found. It's like really extensive. And you can have like friends on it and see like what their horoscope is for the day and all that. It like has like your rising, your sun, and your moon, and like you can see your houses and like all that stuff if you're like into zodiac signs and you know what all that means. But yeah, I really like that app. I have the alarm that I use. I don't use like the regular like alarm on the iPhone, but I use this app. It's called Alarmy. So you basically like set your alarm whatever time you want, and then instead of just like having to like press the button and be like, okay, turn off alarm, you have like, it's called a mission that you have to do. So I have mine set to like shake your phone 30 times, so it like wakes you up. There's other ones like take a certain picture of something, a math problem, a memorization game, all that stuff. So it like actually forces you to like wake up instead of like passively like hitting a button. I have Google Calendar in here. I used to use it a little bit more when I had more things to do, but I like the Google Calendar app because it kind of like goes throughout all my devices and gives me notifications. And then I have my Fitness Pal, which I use for a little bit, but I don't really use it much anymore, because I was going to use it for like tracking food and stuff. I know it's really good for that. I just don't track my food. And you can use it to track your activity levels and stuff. Like it can sync up to your like health app or your Apple Watch and like input your activity levels in there, but I already have the activity app. So if I ever like feel curious about what I'm eating in a day or something like that, like the calorie count or like the nutrients in it, then I'll like use that like on occasion, but it's not like something I use all the time. This one, next one, it's called Google. It just has a bunch of like Google apps in it. So like Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Photos. If I ever need to access anything, it's really handy because it's on my phone. I don't have to like get on my laptop for it. This one is my social app. So I have Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, YouTube, and TikTok. Yeah, I downloaded TikTok. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I did. And I'm not like obsessed with it or anything. Like I haven't like made TikToks. Probably because I really don't know how. It seems very like intricate. Like there's lots of steps. So I just watch funny TikToks sometimes. This one is just called YouTube. I have my YouTube Studio app in here, and I like using it just to like respond to comments and stuff. And there's like YouTube Studio like on my computer obviously, but again, if I want something a little more concise while on the go, then I can just use that app. And then I have this other app called YouTube Tracker, and it just tracks like how many subscribers you have, what your watch time is, stuff like that. I don't use it a ton just because all that information is in the YouTube Studio app, and the YouTube Tracker isn't like a YouTube specific app, or like YouTube didn't make the app, like it's a different like third-party situation. And so the information's usually like a day or two behind, like it lags. So I don't really use it that much anymore, but I did. So now I guess I'll show you how I edit my Instagram photos. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, you should. It's @_Liv Horner. And then it's always like linked in the description box too. Recently, I've only been editing my photos like this for a few weeks, and I always had trouble, like this is like not a huge issue at all, obviously, but I always had trouble like finding a good like filter or a good like theme for my feed, or for my profile. So I've switched it up a little bit over the past like several months, but I don't know. I want one where I can just like stick to it and looks good for everything. I don't do like Lightroom presets or anything like that. I just edit through Visco. But yeah, so far I'm liking the way I'm editing right now. I'm gonna stick to it. I might switch it up later, who knows, I probably will. So I just open up Visco and I'll import the photo. And this is how I edit like all of my thumbnails too. Like I have the same filters on all my thumbnails as I do as my Instagram, just to keep it consistent, I guess. So what I usually do is I have pre-edited photos with the same like filters and everything. So here's like one of my last thumbnails, and I will press the little 3 dots in the corner that says more. I'll do copy edits, and then I'll select the photo that I'm trying to edit, click the 3 dots again, and do paste edits. And that like pastes the exact same like edits from the previous photo onto the photo you're trying to edit. And then if I need to switch up anything, I'll just do the edit button down on the bottom. Like if the photo's darker, I need to up the exposure, or if I want to just add anything else, I'll do that. For this one, I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the filter on it. Oh, and the filter that I use is HB2 on Visco. And then I'll click on the next button and play around with the exposure a little bit. I don't like it to be too bright. I'll usually put it at like, it honestly depends on the photo, but I'll usually put it like around 1. I don't usually play with the contrast at all unless I need to. I'll sharpen it a little bit usually. Let's see, skin tone I usually do all the way to like -6, like slide it all the way to the left. That just gives it a little bit more, just like a little bit more of a pinkish tone. I'll do a little bit of grain on it, like not much, like 1 or 1.5, anywhere between there. And then on the highlights and shadows, I'll pull the highlights up a little bit and the shadows up a little bit more, just because it kind of like fades out the photo. I tend to like that look. Again, like the numbers kind of depend like on the specific photo. And we'll see what looks best. And the white balance, I usually turn the temperature down a little bit, like 1, and then the tint, I'll pull it more towards the pink a little bit. That looks pretty good to me, so I'll just hit next. Save to camera roll, and there it is. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any other video recommendations, make sure to comment them down below. Again, give this video a thumbs up because it really helps out my channel and helps other people like see my content and stuff. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already. Again, it's linked in the description box. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.